Hello class, BRE-142. My name is Elvis Marani, and today I'll be going over Module 6, which talks about data analysis, drawing conclusions, and motivation. This chapter is really important for real estate marketing as it helps the agent find more success in their ideal market. The chapter goes over and explains the significance of the collected data analysis. It also goes over different states of motivation, and also talks about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is really beneficial for an agent to know. This is what I have learned from the chapter in terms of summary. But one key concept that I learned was data analysis. Data analysis is a process of collecting a large amount of data, and it can be broken down into 3 different categories. The first one is organization. We organize those data and group them into meaningful groups, having one related data with another and keeping all the unrelated ones out of the way. This step is really important because as you organize the data, you get to see or pinpoint what is the purpose of this market research and see what are the possible benefits for it. This step of organization leads into analysis or analyzation. And this is where you take one group of related data and compare it to another. You compare different variables and see what you can infer from them, and basically what results you get from the said data. It's really important to know, as organization and analyzing these set data will give you more insight to your market. The last one would be interpretation, in which is up to the person who is doing the analysis to figure out what's the ideal way to tackle the market. What's the best strategy based on what's given from the said collected data. And one important information is needed to know. This can be in terms of knowing the housing prices, the education, the places of interest, the entertainment. It's important to know when tackling the market that you do research based on the market you want to invest time into. It is also important to know, for the second key concept, the different states of motivation. Motivation is what drives people to do something. In this case, if they have one need that's unfulfilled, say like the house is too small, it would drive that said person to be looking into buying a new house. This is important for real estate agents to know, because if they're able to pinpoint what the buyer wants, what drives them, and what they need, they can better communicate and have a better chance of forming a successful deal with this new potential client. It is also important to know that their needs must be fulfilled in order to show that the agent is listening and is on their side. It is also important to know that other key motivators will be incentives, such as having promotions in the area, like for example, a free car, or basically just having desire to be in the first place. That's also another key motivation, having incentives. And keep in mind, it does vary from person to person. That was the second key concept. The third key concept is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it helps further explain the need that people can have and what order they will appear in. The first one is physiological needs, and that is referring to basic human needs, such as water, shelter, housing, fresh air, the like. These basic needs must be fulfilled, and is usually a common indicator that real estate agents should look out for. The second one would be safety. If the client who is looking to buy a house sees that the house is unorganized and cluttered, they won't want to buy the house as much as they would if it was clean. they will feel less inclined. So that safety need needs to be fulfilled. It's also beneficial for agent to disclose everything about the safety of the house. Because if you don't disclose any faults in the house, and the buyer basically finds out the hard way, that could be an issue. The next one will be a sense of belongingness, or once you fit into your group. It is important to know not only the house, but also the area the house is in, such as different restaurants, groups, gym memberships, and the like. Because a person would want to move in an area where they can feel like they can fit in. That is the third need. And it's really important to know that for this need, they must have a sense of feeling belonging. Because if you don't feel like they belong there, they probably would not take the offer. The fourth one was self-esteem. And this is basically what the belief that people deserve what they get or what they have worked for. For instance, you probably want a house that has like a cool decoration or design, or simply a house like a white picketed fence that stands out. It's important to address this, especially if the other needs were already addressed beforehand. Because that self-esteem, that sense of confidence, really helps in going a long way and making sure that the deal would have a higher success rate. And the last one will be self-actualization, which actually builds upon the prior need of self-esteem. And which it's important to know the area of the place, as they will strive to be the best where they can be. It's good to show them all the details of the house, such as like the backyard, the area around them, as they want you to feel like it's a place where they can call home and improve upon themselves. And those are different needs that must be addressed, all in that order. That was the last and third concept I've learned, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The physiological, 1, to safety, to sense of belonging, to self-esteem, and self-actualization. So those are 3 key concepts I learned. Data analysis for the first one. The second one was the key or different states of motivation in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I've learned the importance of all 3. So in conclusion, data analysis is the process of organizing, analyzing, and interpreting set amount of collected data they use for research and market purposes. The second one is learning about key motivators, as learning key motivators will help you find ideal clients in the market and see what they're looking for, whether it be a dire need or an incentive or promotion. It's good to know these different motivators, and it's also to keep an idea of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, as it's important to fulfill not only the basic needs, but also the more complex ones like self-esteem. This chapter delves into real estate marketing and deep marketing analysis, and it's helped me uncover more about what should I look for in real estate marketing. This is my summary of chapter 6. My name is Elvis Marani. Thank you, class BRE-142, and I'll see you next time.